an accident, that somebody falls into the, under the wrong influence, under the influence of the lower modes. And but he says asata, that asat means non-devotee, and Prabhupada translates foolish rascal. It's an interesting translation of the word asat. Anyway, and then he explains that in the purport. He says that if somebody is not a devotee, he can't have any good qualities. And sometimes it's surprising because sometimes we see that outsiders, they may have certain qualities devotees may lack. So there are a few things there. First of all, how do we define devotee? Sometimes we think, oh, devotee is only ISKCON member, that's a devotee. Or okay, but those who belong to Vaishnava community, these people are devotees, etc., etc. We have these ideas that devotee ends there. Everybody else is just demon and just a waste product of the material world. But then we come across very interesting passages, for example, from Srila Prabhupada's books in the second canto. I remember I listened to one class given by a devotee on that verse and the purport, and it's really shocking statement and a purport, and devotee have read it and completely ignored it as if it was not written there, didn't say a word about it. But actually the statement was that it was discussing Lord Brahma, how he got Lord's mercy, became empowered for the creation. He got that responsibility from the Supreme Lord because he was devotee, and then Prabhupada explains that only devotees, they getting this high responsibility, and they become glorified by the Lord. Even though Lord can do everything himself, but he wants his devotees to do things for devotee to be glorified, and he says that Lord could create everything, but he wants Brahma to do that in order to, so that Brahma would get all the credit. And he facilitates that. Same he did with Arjuna. He enabled Arjuna to win a victory, etc. And then he gives an example. He says, America belongs to, like a continent. America as a continent belongs to the Lord, and no one can claim America to be his or hers, whatever case may be. But still, he says, because Christopher Columbus, he was the Lord's devotee, Lord wants all the credit for discovering America to go to him. And then we may think, wait a little bit, Columbus, at the time ISKCON didn't even exist. Or Vaishnava, he's not coming even from India. So he obviously he's not an ISKCON devotee, he's not a Vaishnava. So how then Srila Prabhupada defines him as a devotee? Right? As well as many other statements of this nature we can find in Prabhupada's, books, lectures, conversations, etc., etc. For example, another example that it's a conversation, one devotee tells Srila Prabhupada, you're so bold, your preaching is so amazing, like all these great people like scientists, they're glorified by everyone, but you are not afraid to, tell that these people are all fools and rascals, And Prabhupada says, yes, because they know the devotees, like that. They're atheists, they think they know better than God, etc. And then this devotee said, but these people are so glorified, like Albert Einstein, for example, etc. But you're not afraid to tell that they are nothing, they kind of, like this famous statement that Nobel Prize to the ass, etc., to an ass. And then Prabhupada stopped him. He said, Albert Einstein is a devotee. I never said anything about him, anything bad about him. So I'm going to think, wait a little bit. Einstein is a devotee, how that could be? He said he believes in God, he is a devotee. So that basically this is the benchmark. One who believes in God, that's a devotee. Can be any level, any religion, doesn't matter. Any, kind of set of standards, but still, that's a devotee, according to Prabhupada's definition, broader definition. And of course, Vaishnava is supposed to be on the top level, but then supposed to be at the level which is really there, that could be two different things. Yeah. And but this is a fact that one who believes in God and one who is at least trying one's best to follow the Lord's order, only that person can have a good qualities, and those who do not, they can never have good qualities. And also, like believing in God and belonging to a certain religion may not necessarily be the same thing. Like there is one man who is hopefully there are no like spies from that government in India, but anyway, that's his own statement. He's in charge of one country in CIS. He's the president of Belarus, Russia, or whatever you call it, Belarussia, where Pasha is from. And somebody was asking this man, what's his religious stand? And he said, I'm an Orthodox atheist. And I thought, this is classical definition. Orthodox atheist. That means that in Kali Yuga people can, like formally identify themselves as member of some religious order, but it doesn't stop them from being atheists. Nevertheless, right? At the same time, you can find people who actually claim themselves to be atheists, and I, came across cases like that. And then, if you ask them what does it mean that you are an atheist, they will say, does it mean you don't believe in God? He said, no, I believe in God, but I don't believe in any religions, because all the religions are so corrupt and manipulate people for their own, selfish interests, etc. I don't believe in any religions, but I do believe in God. But I'm an atheist. So you will find even these kind of cases in Kali Yuga. So, therefore, it's all actually matter of consciousness more than anything else. And Narad Muni is of course correcting these boys to rectify them on the level of their consciousness more than anything else, and helps them to become conscious of things, because they were not conscious of things. They were not conscious where they are, what are they doing, and who is in front of them, and how they should behave, and how they should, they lost it. And so Narad Muni is helping them to get back on track, to come back to consciousness. That's why Srila Prabhupada was saying, first become conscious, then you can become Krishna conscious. And so whatever made them to lose that consciousness, they lost not only Krishna consciousness, but they were unconscious completely, intoxicated. And that's why Narad Muni decided whatever, they were misusing that, and it has to be taken away from them, so that